And then secondly, Speaker Johnson has suggested that he needs a one-on-one meeting with President Biden. Given that Johnson has said he doesn't feel rushed on foreign aid, would that one-on-one meeting help?
I mean, look, and I appreciate the question, Josh, but the president met with obviously congressional leadership less than a month ago, just less than a month ago. And he made really clear how important it was to get that bipartisan negotiated legislation coming out of the Senate, how important it was to get that, to move that forward. And let's not forget, it's almost as the speaker is actually negotiating with himself, truly, because he first said he needed to see the border security in the deal, in the national security supplemental deal, right? Meaning like border security needed to be dealt with first, because obviously it was in the national security supplemental that the president put forward in October. He wanted to see that done first. We did that. The Senate delivered that. The Senate, the president, in a bipartisan way, delivered that. Then he doesn't want it. Then he doesn't want it in there, right? And so then, of course, the Senate goes back, takes it out, and presented a national security supplemental without the border. Then he's like, well, I don't want that either. So what is it? Instead he decides to choose Donald Trump. And let's not forget, there's fentanyl traffickers, right? That's what he sided with over the Border Patrol, over this president, and doing what majority of Americans wants us to do. He's the one killing this. He is. And what we believe is there is indeed bipartisan support in Congress for it. There is. And we've heard that. We've heard that there's bipartisan support. House Republicans like Andy Biggs have been explicit that it would pass the House if allowed a vote, and that should happen. Even in House Republican leadership is aligning, right? They're aligning. If you think about it, you just heard Jake Sullivan talk about how important it is to make sure we get that support to Ukraine, right? By doing what they're doing, the leadership, they're supporting Putin, right? They're siding with Putin and Tehran. You heard me say that at the top. So if the speaker would actually put this bipartisan bill to the floor that deals with our national security, it would actually pass in a bipartisan way out of the House. And that's where we are today.